You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining in. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you want to say anything to us before I jump into what I have for the day and also come back to you, tell us what we have? Of course, today we're going to be looking at the some of the cryptocurrencies that our other people could buy and of course hold. And I will also be looking at the opportunities in the kulian technology node. Yeah, you're going to share that with us. Yeah. So is there anything would you like to? I would like you to introduce yourself because, like I said, this is being recorded. So beyond the people that will be joining us live, we're also recording this to upload on various social media platforms and also have it in our archive. So you might like to introduce yourself to us before I head straight to what I have for today. So go ahead now.
Okay. All right. Thank you, JD.
You're welcome.
My name is Janet Cartier, and I'm a cryptocurrency enthusiast. And I've been into cryptocurrency space for quite a while now. I started my crypto journey since early 2016, 17.
Wow.
So I've been in the industry for a while. So anytime
Wow.
I'm called or I have an opportunity to share cryptocurrency opportunity with people, it's always an exciting moment because I tell people that the era we are right now, money is no longer changing. Money has changed.
Money has changed. True.
At the moment, I tell people that wealth is shifting hands to individuals that understand that the system has changed, right? And the cryptocurrency space is open for everyone,
True.
for anyone to come in without anybody's permission.
True.
But everyone needs an opportunity to have awareness, to get the awareness on how they can start. And I always tell people that you can start in your own capacity. You have $5, you can start with your $5.
True, very true.
You have 1 million, you can start with your 1 million.
Very true.
You have $1,000, you can start. You don't have to say I don't have capital. In crypto space, saying I don't have capital is how do I say it? Is a waste of time. You can start in your own capacity as little as you can. If you can play big, if you can play small, start where you are. Now, for example, if we go back to history when Bitcoin started, those who invested just $5 in cryptocurrency, in Bitcoin, Ethereum today are multi-billionaires, not millionaires, in dollar. True. You can start your own journey as little as you can today and give it some few years. Those that have good amount of money can start with where they are and even make more money within a shorter period of time. True. But it doesn't stop you from starting where you are. Do you understand? In the next 3 years from now, if you are looking at crypto in the next 3 to 5 years from now, it's going to be everything everybody is talking about. The billionaires are talking about it. The millionaires are talking about it. Everybody will be talking about it. Not just talking about it. It gets to whereby it is the main currency of the day. It is gradually becoming the currency of the day. True. So everyone who is opportune to hear about the cryptocurrency knowledge today shouldn't wait until it becomes the mainstream. You can jump on it wherever you are, however you can. You can jump on it as little as you can. Jump on it today. Tomorrow, you'll be grateful you did. So thank you, and I'll be here today. I'm glad to be on your program today.
Thank you so much.
I'll be sharing knowledge I have, and then to see how you can also position yourself in cryptocurrency space. So this is a wonderful opportunity for me to be here this afternoon to share the crypto talk, crypto opportunities, and everything around crypto that you need to know. So I said, welcome to everyone that is on this call, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm excited to have you. Like I said earlier on, and like what you said, before I go straight up to what I have for the day, there was something you said. You said we are getting to a point where cryptocurrencies are going to be the currency, the major currencies for transactions, and it's happening already. In fact, there are some countries that have started issuing out their central bank digital currencies, and they are not joking at all about this. And it's quite unfortunate that that in this part of the world in Africa, that our government are not really taking it serious. And of course, we can't do anything about it. But those of us who are already in this space will do, as much as we can to take the word out there to, the community, to the people around us. Because whether we like it or not, whether African government likes it or not, this is where the world has gotten to. And of course, there are over 150 supermarkets in the world that you could shop and buy and pay for goods with your cryptocurrencies, and that is one of the reasons why everyone that has heard about cryptocurrencies needs to take a step further to start putting their monies in cryptocurrencies and start doing their different transactions with cryptocurrency. So a quick one, I would like to, before we get to you, I would like to do a very brief and a very brief conversation on cryptocurrencies, the cryptocurrencies that each and every prospective individual should look out for, and also they could put their monies into. So I would love to share my screen, and I would also like to get feedbacks from you guys over there. If you can see my screen, I'm going to do that right about now. So if you can see my screen, please let me know. All right. Yeah, so here we go. I guess you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah. So I will, like I said, I want to rush with this because I know we are all busy. Yeah, thank you for joining, Mr. Yeah, so like I was saying, I want to share a couple of cryptocurrencies out there that we should look out for and we should put our monies in. There are hundreds of them. Jane, I know you are aware. As we speak, there are over 7,000 cryptocurrencies existing, but there are a couple of them that I want to advise us to look out for and also, plan to put our monies into any of them. Like I said, no, you cannot, buy every one of them, but these ones I want to talk about are the ones that have been there over time, and they've made a lot of progress over time. And I know that if you put your monies in them, you are going to have something to take back from them in a few months down the line. So my first slide says my top cryptos to buy this season. Okay, so I said you might want to ask, why is it so important to buy cryptos? Well, all right, so Bitcoin has proven to be the best performing investment vehicle from the last decade, according to Medium. Okay, Medium is a social platform where a lot of conversations ranging from different tech innovations and all of that are being discussed. So I said from to Medium, and this explains why many Fortune 500 companies and big investors are really buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And here is my list of some hedge fund companies and Fortune 500 companies, big investors that are already in the space in no particular order. Here, number one is MicroStrategy Incorporation and Grayscale. Grayscale is number two. Grayscale may be a pioneer, but that has grabbed all the headlines in recent weeks. All right. So this company actually develops mobile softwares as well as provide cloud-based services. All right. So it bought Bitcoin worth of $425 million in August and in September. All right. So recently we've seen PayPal. PayPal is a payment gateway that came into the crypto space recently. All right. So they added Bitcoin as part of their services, where investors will stake their funds and receive Bitcoin, but these Bitcoins will not be issued to the investors. They will be kept, in the custody of PayPal. All right. So I will jump to the next one. Now in the next slide, I'll be talking about individuals that already have, some amount of cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, So Tyler and Cameron, they are twins. These guys are twins. Okay. They are popularly known as the Winklevoss twins. And they are investors, of course, in the cryptocurrency space. All right. So we learned that these guys, they have the highest stake in Bitcoin. Like you're seeing here, they have over 100,000 coins worth $950 million as of June 2020. All right. So number 2 is Barry Silbert. Now, like I said, I don't want to bore you guys with all of these guys that are already in the space. I just want to take you to the top, not really top 10, but a few of my top listed cryptocurrencies that you should watch out for and you should put your money into this season. So number 1, we're looking at Bitcoin. Of course, we know that Bitcoin is or was the first cryptocurrency that was developed and that came into the cryptocurrency space. All right. So as we speak, cryptocurrency is over $13,000, but that doesn't mean you can afford it. You can actually afford any part. You can actually afford what you can. Right? You can afford some units of Bitcoins, whether it is $100, whether it is $200, whether it's $50, whether it's $1,000, whichever amount it is you can afford or you have to afford, you can. Then we have Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash was forked from Bitcoin. All right, it came out from Bitcoin. All right, so we have Litecoin. And we have Ethereum, we have Binance, we have Tron, we have Chainlink, and we have EOS. All right, like I said when I started, I said there are many more of these cryptocurrencies you can buy, but these are my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are my top 8 cryptocurrencies. There are a whole lot, of course. We have some DeFi cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance cryptocurrencies that are coming into this space. Yeah, but these are the ones that have been there over time. All of these cryptocurrencies that I outlined here are more that they've stayed in this space for more than a year. I think none is even 2 years here. All of them are more than 3 years. All right. Some came in 2017. I think Chainlink was the only one that I discovered Chainlink in 2018. Yeah, in 2018. But the rest of these cryptocurrencies have been there over time, at least from 2017, 2018, apart from Bitcoin that came out in 2009. So these cryptocurrencies have been there. This is one of the reasons, or this is the major reason why I picked them out from over 7,000 cryptocurrencies that are out there. And I'm saying these are the cryptocurrencies to look out for, to put your monies in this season. And of course, trust me, these cryptocurrencies, their current price are not the prices they were being sold when they came into the space. So that shows you that they've been there, all along, and they can give you a good ROI, whatever you put into. And of course, I usually tell my community members, I said, whenever you're investing in cryptocurrency, there are some things you should consider. One of them is cryptocurrency is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. So don't go and carry your rent and put in and buy some cryptocurrencies and expect that in the next 2 months that you're going to get back an ROI that will help you pay back your rent or your school fees or whatever. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to get a reasonable ROI in the next 2 months or whatsoever. But trust me, cryptocurrencies are very volatile, and nobody controls it. It is the demand and supply in the market that controls the value of a cryptocurrency. So don't put in money you can afford to lose. That's one. Then have at the back of your mind that you're entering into a long-term investment, a long-term plan. Have a long-term plan. So when investing in any of these cryptocurrencies, have at least like a year in your mind and say, between now and the next 1 year, this is what I want to achieve with my stake in this cryptocurrency, and you hold on. So regardless of what happens in the market, you're not bothered. Yeah, it doesn't mean that price might not appreciate in the next couple of weeks or days or even months, but have a long-term plan in your mind. That's one. Then two, have a goal in your mind. Don't just buy any cryptocurrency because you're encouraged to buy. No. Have a goal. If you're putting monies in Litecoin or in Bitcoin or in EOS, what do you want to achieve? All right. I always tell people, have a goal in mind. So let's say, for instance, if you want to buy a piece of land, or you want to buy a piece of property, or you want to buy whatever it is you want to buy in the next 1 year, you now tell yourself, okay, this is what I want to buy in the next 1 year. I want to put this certain amount in this particular cryptocurrency, so that in the next 1 year, whatever I'm able to get as my ROI from this cryptocurrency, I'll put it together what I have on ground already and purchase whatever it is I have. So have a goal. So before putting your money in any cryptocurrency, have a goal. Don't just put your money in any cryptocurrency. All right. So like I said, we don't have much time. I know every one of us here are busy people. So this is what I want to share with us. I know I've been able to share real quick with us. So if you have any question, I want you to put them down in our chat box. So real quick, we'll be going over to Janet. So Janet will be discussing with us today. For those of you who don't know, there is something called the kulian node. All right. So Janet is going to be helping us to understand more what it is and also how to take advantage of the opportunity with the kulian node blockchain technology. So thank you very much for joining in. Over to you, Janet. I don't want to take too much of our time. So over to you. I'll be coming on the slide. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that quick and wonderful presentation, JD.
Thank
it
you.
was quick and then straight to the point.
Thank you.
And then just like he said, we have a lot of other cryptocurrencies out there that you can choose from, buy and hold. And eventually the price of these tokens will go up. I remember sometime last year, I was advising some people to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. As at last year, Bitcoin was around $3,900. Fast forward just a year, some months today, one Bitcoin is over 30. I just checked the price of Bitcoin now. It's about 13,300, over 13,300.
Over 13,300, yeah.
Today, yeah, more than $3,300 today. So if you check that alone, it has already made over 200%. And I tell people that with the cryptocurrency technology, we don't have anything. We have never had any invention that is as great as cryptocurrency.
Very true.
Never had any invention that is as great that and is open and is distributed and gives everyone opportunity. Now, if you look at the countries runs on capitalist, where they hijack every opportunity that comes.
Very true.
They hijack every opportunity that comes. They make it only for themselves. Now, for example, when Nigerians discover oil, what happened? They distributed this oil among themselves.
Among themselves. That's the irony.
You governor of this one, take this one. Cryptocurrency is a new oil well. And
Very
this
true.
new oil well, the good thing is that it is denying them because they don't understand it.
True.
It is opening more ways for people like us, ordinary people like us that embrace it. By the time they are turning their eyes into what this opportunity offers, it has already gone high. We may become the airlight of the days. This is what this technology is coming. I tell people that mobile phones have changed the ways in which we do communication.
True.
And as it's changing that communication, finance is also experiencing that same change.
True.
You can't deny it today. You can't deny the fact today.
True.
So many people will remember a few years back when you open an account, for example, where you open an account with First Bank, you cross to the next branch. They tell you, sorry, we don't have your details here.
I tell you.
Your branch? You have to
I still remember those years.
Yes, you have to go back to your same branch before you can do a transaction. You also remember a few years back when you open a bank account, they give you something like a passbook, like a passbook that have like a ledger, that your own ledger. If you go to the bank without that ledger as well, you can't do transaction. Anytime you deposit money, they have to enter it. The entry column was there. If you withdraw, the withdrawal column was there. The balance column was there. You understand?
Sure.
I hope we all remember that era. Now, mobile phones, the moment the money system went into the internet, a lot of other forms of money emerged. That evolution has not stopped to where we are at these digital currencies. And it is mobile phones that are bringing this disruption. This disruption is continuing to where we have digital currencies now. And most of the times I tell people that a generation will come and read about the banknotes. It may not be our generation. It may not be our generation, but we are here. The technology has caught us in between. We can take advantage of it and make the most out of it. We can take advantage of it and make the most out of it. Most of the times, I always like to let people connect what this blockchain is all about. Blockchain is a ledger. What do the bank hold? The banking system runs a system that is, they run a ledger system. I hope we're together.
We are.
The bank runs a ledger. What the banking system do basically is to run a ledger to keep you. For example, if you go to the bank to open an account, you are going to open your own ledger in the bank where whenever you deposit money, whenever you withdraw money, and the rest of them.
It's recorded.
But this kind of ledger is being controlled by a certain person. For example, let me make mention of First Bank, for example. First Bank have their own ledger. For example, Union Bank have their own ledger, which is being controlled by Union Bank. First Bank control their own ledger. Zenith Bank control their own ledger, so and all those other banks. Now, for Nigeria, we also have a unified body that controls all the banks, the ledgers of this bank, to have, at the end of the day, bring back a unified ledger for Nigeria. The central bank controls the ledger of all these banks. Right? Now, the blockchain is a digital ledger that is not being controlled by anybody. And if you talk about a ledger, you need to understand what a ledger is. It's a principal accounting book that have all the entries of and all debits,
every transactions transactions updated.
When they say the blockchain, you think about the blockchain being a ledger. That means transaction must occur on this ledger. The uniqueness of the blockchain ledger is that nobody controls this ledger. The ledger is distributed. The ledger is everywhere. With the use of the internet, you can access this ledger anywhere in the world. I hope I've been able to connect the digital ledger, which is the blockchain. We are talking about today the cryptocurrency. Now, the cryptocurrency happens to be a project launched on this blockchain ledger. Now, when you now talk about the cryptocurrency, is now a currency that is being run on this digital ledger. You understand? So it also has all the principles of accounting, entry, bookkeeping, transaction in and out, keeping of records, auditing, and the rest of them. Everything the bank do, this ledger does. It's also better because this ledger is an open source. It is open to everybody.
Every
and anything that happens on this ledger is not hidden. It's open to everyone. For example, if Zenith Bank can decide to show you only what they want you to see, they can only show you only what they want you to see, because why? Their ledger is being controlled. Their ledger have a central controlling hub where informations are being gathered at the end of the day to be accessed. The blockchain ledger does not have a central point where informations are being gathered, are being controlled. It is believed that the blockchain is the most wizardry technology ever invented by man, because the technology is unhackable. Any transaction that occurs on this ledger or technology is inalterable. That means it's immutable as well. It means it cannot be deleted. It means it cannot be changed. Once any information, once any transaction happens on this ledger, it becomes a permanent thing forever. Thousands of years, generation can still come back and view what was done today. You can still go back in the history and view the first transaction that was occurred on the blockchain technology. You understand? So now on the blockchain space, somebody wants to say something? On the blockchain technology is open, right? That means everybody or anyone at all can come into the blockchain space and provide a certain service and make money from the services they are providing without anybody's permission. But there are certain rules that were built in this technology for you to follow. Now, one of it is those ledger, those master nodes. You can either run a node service, you can run a master node service and make money from transaction fees. Now, how do the bank make money on a daily basis? Because the bank runs a ledger system, which they know that JD must come to Zenith Bank, open an account with Zenith Bank, run a transaction. As long as you do transaction with us, we will make money from the activities he's doing. JD is doing transaction, Janet is doing transaction, and so on, every other person that have an account. At the end of the day, it is the activities of the people that owns an account in a certain bank the bank make money on the activities they do for that day, right?
True, true.
Now, but because the bank run a centralized system whereby someone owns the bank, someone owns the bank. So at the end of every blessed day, he is making money from the activities I do, from the activities you do. True. But on the blockchain technology, we have a technology, which these are technologies are not human beings. They don't know how to spend money. They don't buy clothes. They don't have a lifestyle. So at the end of the day, human beings still owns this technology that provides services to this technology. At the end of the day, the technology is bringing you a daily income. In the early days of the blockchain technology, we had what was the proof of works, which is the mining. Miners were the one confirming transactions on the blockchain. But as the technology of the blockchain is advancing, we are moving from the proof of works to proof of stake.
Proof of stake.
And because of time constraint, we can't talk everything. I can't even bring out everything I need to know. If I want to talk more on detail, we will not move. But I give you a little background, and you can do a little research on your own. We are moving from we are in the second generation of the blockchain right now, upgrading it to make it better with faster transactions and the rest of them. So the blockchain space is moving from proof of works to proof of stake. Proof of works was mining. Then miners were the one confirming transactions. They were mining. Mining is a process of producing a Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies out there as well. Now, right now, if you could see, the level of mining Bitcoin is becoming more difficult, right? So it takes you longer time to mine Bitcoin for it to be reasonable something for you. Now, we are moving from the proof of works to proof of stake. Proof of stake means you putting something in order to get something. Putting something like having a fixed deposit. Sometimes I usually make an example to say, it is not everyone that can own a bank. But for example, if I have 5 million naira today, I can go to my bank, let's say, for example, Zenith Bank. I have 5 million naira. I want to have it as a fixed deposit. And if I have it as a fixed deposit, I'm going to share from the interest of what the bank makes, right?
Yeah.
So on the blockchain too, why it is more profitable is that these are technologies running these things, and then the technology bringing you an income on daily basis based on the activities that are ongoing. Today, you can go to coinmarket.com. Coinmarket.com is a
Let me put it there for them. Let me put it there for them.
Yes. Okay, CoinMarketCap. For everybody that is interested in cryptocurrency should be familiar with the CoinMarketCap. It's a directory that is a global market that controls the cryptocurrencies. So when you go into the cryptocurrency there, you will see the market by capitalization. You see the cryptocurrency market, currency market by capitalization is in billions of dollars. As at yesterday, it was about 398 billion. Then you can further see 24-hour volume trade. 24-hour volume trade, as at yesterday, I haven't checked today, it was about 80-something billion dollars as well. 24-hour volume trade.
In fact, today is $401 billion today.
Okay, that means the market is increasing. That is why you can see most of the cryptocurrencies going up, right? So, and if you look at about 100-something billion volume trade in 24 hours alone, already
that's huge.
The money that has been made from transaction fees alone is huge. It's in hundreds of millions of dollars. And I tell people that is free money. It is free money. You can partake from it, as I'm already partaking from it, right? I have my own share on daily basis. Now, I came across an opportunity in 2018. Like every other one will come across an opportunity. At first, you say you doubt it. But for me, I always like to learn from the inside, because you can't know everything from the outside. I threw in $100 in 2018, and then I started making, it was little, 20-something cents, sometimes 28 cents, 30 cents, 25 cents, but it kept coming in on daily basis. And then, yes, it kept coming in on daily basis. For me, I didn't really feel it was an opportunity that could even last that long, because I didn't understand that much. As far as I was concerned, I was just taking a ride around it, was hoping that the opportunity will go. But gradually, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I started giving it attention. And today, I am glad to speak to anybody that wants to become something from the crypto space about the kulian master node. Now, what is a master node? Simply, it is a technology that runs on the blockchain and confirms transactions. And for every transaction this technology confirms, it makes money from transaction fees. And I tell people that these are free money. Your own is to have a stake. By stake, it's like having a fixed deposit on the blockchain. And when you are having this fixed deposit as a stake on the blockchain, your money is not being controlled by anyone. Your money is locked up in the blockchain technology, and is giving you income on daily basis based on what you have on the blockchain. And at the end of a certain period, your capital comes back to you. Now, for example, we are running this master node on Ethereum blockchain. Now, your stake is going to be in Ethereum. Let me give us an example. In 2018, my first $100 in 2018, when I started this opportunity, $100 gave me 1.48 Ethereum, because that means one Ethereum was less than $60. When I started in 2018, Ethereum was around 50 something dollars. Now, if you check that rate, my $100 alone is worth over $600 today. My first $100 on this master node opportunity is worth over $600 today. It is giving me a daily return of $600. Meanwhile, your daily returns are accessible to you. That means you can easily choose.
Say that again.
I mean your daily returns. Your return on investment.
The one you talked about, $600.
Okay, I said my first $100 is giving my first $100 investment in this kulian master node is worth over $600 today. And the return I'm getting on it is no longer $100 return on investment. It's giving me, for example, JD, let's say you are buying $600 worth of investment today. What it is giving you for $600, my first $100 is giving me the same thing. That means as the value of Ethereum appreciates, you are getting your returns based on what you have on it. It's no longer based on the $100 you invested.
Based on the current price of Ethereum. So
based on the current price of Ethereum.
Let's say if I put in $600, for instance, and Ethereum goes to $1,000, that means I'm going to
you are getting
ROI
getting return on $1,000.
Wow, interesting.
Exactly. Interesting. Yes. And then at the end of the day, for example, you put in $600 today, right? $600, for example, is going to give you 1.4 Ethereum as at the price of Ethereum today. Now, the Ethereum is projected. You can go out there, look at the price projection of Ethereum in the next 3 to 4 years, 5 years. Look at the price projection. What is the price projection for Ethereum for the next 3 to 5 years? You will see analysis saying $5,000. Some analysis saying $7,000. Some analysis saying $10,000. Now, for example, in the next 3 years, when your capital is coming back, right? Now, you stake 1.4 Ethereum. It is not $600 that is coming back to you. 1.4 Ethereum is going to come back to you at the price of what Ethereum is at all.
Wow.
Are we together?
Wow.
Now, for example, if the price of one Ethereum is $5,000, that means you are going to get 1.4 Ethereum. That would be over $10,000.
About $10,000.
Meanwhile, you would have earned over 300% on Ethereum. That means if you have staked 1.4 Ethereum, do that 1.4 Ethereum times 3. If you are either accumulating it or keeping it, you would have made over 3 times your Ethereum value, not the dollar value, not the Naira value. Are you together? Let's say you stake 2 Ethereum. It is possible for you to make 6 Ethereum before your 1,000 days expires. Are we together?
True.
Then your Ethereum still come back to you. At whatever the price of Ethereum is at that time.
Wow.
You understand? But meanwhile, you can be making money instead of buying your coins and keeping it for future price appreciation. It will be giving you an income on daily basis.
Wow.
Giving you an income. Do you need a working capital? Do you need money to be feeding yourself, running other activities? This opportunity can give you this. I tell people with the blockchain technology and what cryptocurrency or what the blockchain technology has provided today, I don't even think young people should be looking for jobs.
At
I
all.
don't think